I'm Matthew White. Welcome to Sports Tonight. This weekend, it's a green and gold special as Australians everywhere tackle the world's best. And we've got it all covered.
Here we go.
It's an Aussie extravaganza, and Sports Tonight is here to help you keep track of who's playing where. From the Socceroos to the Wallabies to our Davis Cup players, we've got all the latest news. Plus, your AFL Championship channel swings into gear with the draft. We're here to steer you through a massive weekend on Sports Tonight.
We begin with the second test in Hobart, and the Kiwis have had to deal with more than the Australian attack at Bellerive Oval. Once again, the weather hampered the day's play, and it provided the lot: torrential rain, bad light, thunder and lightning.
Rain was the enemy again this morning. Play unable to begin for over an hour past the scheduled start. When it did, New Zealand were given a clear message from the Aussies.
That's conked him on the helmet.
Shane Warne brought into the attack with immediate results.
This week was appealed for caught behind, and he's given him.
Steve Waugh unable to get his hand to another catch. The Kiwis clearly rattled.
2 steps and a dive. The dive had to have a snatch involved before you land.
Needing 359 to avoid the follow-on, New Zealand picked up the pace, 1 for 53 at lunch. But first ball after the break, speed demon Jason Gillespie played devil.
Oh, and he's gone right through him first ball.
Just as he was warming up, Matthew Sinclair gone for 23. The weather once again interrupting to have a say in the state of play. The umpires deciding the light was too bad, even with the quicks taking a breather.
And here it comes. And boy, it is coming in thick and fast.
A fierce Tasmanian storm moving in. Play halted as thunder and lightning took over the show. Bellerive Oval underwater for most of the afternoon until play was finally abandoned at 5 o'clock.
So New Zealand just 2 for 71 in reply before play came to an abrupt and wet and soggy halt. Mark Richardson unbeaten on 25, Fleming 16 not out. The Kiwis with a huge job ahead of them in now limited time. Pakistan pace bowler Shoaib Akhtar has shown up in Sydney to play local cricket after again being reported for chucking. The latest incident 2 weeks ago in the United Arab Emirates. But Akhtar says he's leaving his career in the hands of the International Cricket Council.
Shoaib Akhtar spent the morning getting familiar with his new home turf. But even in the harbourside suburb of Mosman, Pakistan's pace ace can't escape chucking allegations, the latest coming 2 weeks ago.
It's disappointing. I must say that. And I think my case shouldn't be handled better than that. I think it's a good treatment better than that, I think.
Akhtar going out on a limb to show the double-jointed reason why his bowling action looked suspicious to the naked eye. He played just hours after catching a red-eye flight from Perth. While he slept on his way to the ground, his fearsome bowling kept the Gordon batsman wide-eyed and awake. Akhtar's in Australia because there's no domestic cricket played in Pakistan during the Islamic month of Ramadan. He wants to keep fit for the upcoming series against Bangladesh. The bad news for Sydney's grade cricketers is that in a few weeks' time, Akhtar and Aussie pace ace Brett Lee will be opening the bowling for Mossman. The pairing gives the club the most explosive bowling partnership in the world. Akhtar even giving Lee an unexpected rap.
The guy is a good cricketer. He's a fastest bowler, what I reckon. And not faster than me. Joking.
Well, by this time tomorrow, the AFL draft will be all but over. New homes will have been decided for the nation's young hopefuls, including a young ruckman from tiny King Island.
He's a big fellow from a small isle, and standing just shy of 200 centimetres tall, Barry Brooks is hoping to become King Island's first AFL star. But there is still one more sleepless night to go.
Last night I stayed up as much as I could just so I could get tired, but I didn't sleep much at all. So I've still got tonight.
Football is played in a leisurely fashion on tiny King Island, but that hasn't stopped Barry getting to the top.
There's 3 senior teams, Curry, Grassy and North. They have a bye every second week, so they're pretty fresh. I played 3 senior games for Grassy and then got invited to try it for the under-16 stateside and made that, and then played in the championships over here and then made All-Australian and then played for the Mariners for 2 years, and now I'm here, so.
He's on the shopping list for Fremantle and the Eagles, and Brooks says he's modelled his style on another young ruckman who started with the Dockers.
Jeff White, probably just because his mobility for a big man, and like, that's what I model myself as, because I fancy myself as pretty mobile.
And we'll have a full review of the AFL draft hosted by Gerard Whateley in a special hour-long edition of Sports Tonight tomorrow night. Make sure you join us for that one. Well, after 301 games, Geelong legend Gary Hocking was honoured by the club last night. And while known for his tough approach, the veteran has softened a little, vowing to lop his famous mullet hairstyle for charity. It seemed every man and his dog turned out to pay homage to Buddha. Hocking is undecided on his role next year, but he is keen to join the coaching ranks. One thing is for sure, though, next week his controversial locks are getting the chop for charity.
Well, let's do something for cancer research. Let's get rid of the mullet, or the mullet with a silent T. But
his testimonial was a fitting end to a stellar career, including 4 best and fairest, club captaincy and Big V honours. On to golf, and Stuart Appleby has charged up the leaderboard on day 3 of the Australian Open, carting a 4-under 67 as those around him struggle to master the course. The championship set for a tight final round.
Grant Dodd was one of several players to start the 3rd round with a birdie, putting in to move within 1 shot of leader Scott Laycock. Marcus Kane charging up the board, picking up 2 shots on the first 3 holes.
And look at this for Marcus Kane. He's got a share of 2nd.
But Laycock, still hot from yesterday's 5-under round, matched it. This approach on the first setting him up for an opening birdie to move 8 under. Unfortunately for Kane, his quick gains were lost even quicker, finding the water on 4 for an eventual double bogey.
Can't go left here.
While Laycock strolled further ahead.
He goes to 9 under.
The Victorian's lead looked like taking a battering on 7, but not even the heavy rough could get in his way.
Over the bunkers, he's got it up over. What a great shot! What a great shot!
All of those, Lindsay, that really was phenomenal. Pitched it on a 6pence.
Laycock not the only one with good fortune. Stuart Appleby lucky to save par on 12, keeping his bogey-free round intact and staying in 3rd position.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh.
South African Ernie Els slipping back to 4.
No, hanging over the hole, but it won't drop in.
Appleby took outright 2nd on 13, moving within 2 shots of Laycock with his 3rd birdie of the day. Thomas Bjorn back in 6th, unable to secure a similar finish to his round.
Oh, how unlucky can you get?
No such problems for Appleby, snatching a share of the lead on 17.
And he's done it.
To the scores now, and on a day when most struggled to make par, Appleby's 4-under round stands out. The Victorian well positioned for the final round of the Open Championship. Socceroos coach Frank Farina says the Aussie game plan won't change if Uruguayan striker Dario Silva is rushed back from injury. Meanwhile, the Australians have their own injury concerns. Defender Craig Moore jarring his legs and back during yesterday's training.
Training today cancelled for the Socceroos, rain interrupting preparations for Monday's final World Cup qualifying showdown. But the Socceroos do have concerns. Yesterday, Glasgow Rangers defender Craig Moore unable to run. His back and his legs jarring, the second-rate surface causing big troubles.
Well, I think yesterday with the field as well, it was very uneven. And if you've got a foot injury like that, and you're continually sort of stepping off an uneven surface, I think that's what really was the final nail.
However, Moore is expected to play. Another battling injury and also a probable starter, Malaga striker Dario Silva, the 29-year-old Uruguayan missing the first leg match in Melbourne and in that time recovering from a dislocated shoulder.
You know, if he was unfit to play it in Melbourne, there's only 4 or 5 days between the games, so there's got to be a concern over his fitness in terms of his shoulder.
The continual Cule Agostino question remains, should Harry drop back into midfield and creating room for striker Paul Agostino?
I want to be involved over these 2 games, and it's the same with this game.
The Socceroos 36 hours away from D-Day.
Stick around, we'll take a break and be back with more of Sports Tonight.
Next, scores galore as we wrap up overnight in the NBL and a nasty night in the NSL.
Northern Spirit, it is all coming unravelled.
Plus, practice on court for the Cup, the Wallabies relax for the Wales Test, and racing, featuring the Eclipse Stakes at Sandown.
Classic are coming down the outside.
The This program proudly brought to you by Dare Gallery and Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone in cinemas November 29.
Having problems getting a home loan, business loan, or refinancing? Not everyone's situation fits the bank's rules. There's a specialist financial institution that has helped thousands of Australian families and businesses, taking the time to craft a home or business loan to fit your situation perfectly. For a Liberty loan, call 13 1180 or an accredited mortgage broker. Liberty Financial, where to go when the banks say no.
No, lower. Hi, I'm Bob Thorne, Managing Director of Supercheap Auto, and if you're not shopping at Supercheap, you're paying too much. No, lower.
You'll get the lot for less.
Right now at Supercheap, 4 litres of SMO oil is just $4.99. A 4-pack of AA Toshiba batteries just $1. A 240-volt fluoro light $19.99. A set of 4 carpet mats $7.99. And Racing FX seat covers $19.99 a pair.
You'll get the lot for less.
What are you guys doing?
Supercheap Auto.
Open 7 days.
Hot shot.
Girl, you're my angel. You're my darling angel.
The #1 album with #1 singles. Get it, baby.
Feel the freedom with a Sydney break, including flight and 2 nights accommodation. But at $299, this offer won't last for long. For more details, call 1300 Sydney now.
Something remind you to phone Hong Kong? With Telstra Homeline Plus, you can chat for the first 10 minutes for just $1. So now you can call more often.
Don't miss the Melbourne City Toyota right here, right now, stock clearance. For Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday only, we're clearing all existing stocks at never-to-be-repeated prices. Like this brand new Toyota Echo from just $14,990, or this Corolla Seeker Ascent from $17,888. This Camry CSI is from only $16,990. Avalon Conquests with 5-year warranty from $22,990. But you'd better hurry in for Melbourne City Toyotas right here, right now, stock clearance. Sale must end Sunday, 5 p.m.
Not everyone fits the bank's rules. There is a specialist financial institution with home or business loans to fit your situation perfectly. Liberty Financial. Call 13 1180. Where to go when the banks say no.
He saved a life.
I'll never forget what you've done.
Okay.
And gained a...
Surprise!
Stalker.
She made me cookies. She brought me mittens. I mean, this is a dangerous psychopath.
Beggar. 7:30 Sunday on 10.
This weekend, Sports Tonight has the AFL Draft covered. A special Sunday night edition with our expert team taking you through all the selections. That's Sunday night, right here on Network 10, your AFL Championship channel.
Welcome back to the NBL, and close matches all around the country last night. Willie Farley's 33 points wasn't enough to save the Adelaide 36ers from defeat against the Melbourne Tigers.
Thousands of 36er fans came to see Farley put on a show, and the star import didn't disappoint. Dunks or threes, it didn't matter. Farley's dazzling display put Adelaide up by 8 at half-time. But with Andrew Gaze and Mark Bradkey, Melbourne was always going to be hard to beat. The Tigers clawed their way back into the game, Leonard Copeland hitting some clutch baskets in the final quarter as Melbourne took the lead. Then, with just seconds to play and Adelaide 1 point down, Farley was called for a travel as he prepared to score. The Adelaide crowd in disbelief, Melbourne winners on the road. Also last night, West Sydney and Cairns traded baskets in far north Queensland. While the Taipans dunked, the Razorbacks went for the alley-oop. Simon Dwight impressive above the rim. West Sydney led by 3 at half-time and held on to win by 10.
And that's as good as it gets.
The Razorbacks winning 100-90, which is an even 10. Melbourne edge past the Sixers. Sydney stays on top after an 8-point win over the Cannons, and the Hawks 97-90 victors over Brisbane. Well, tempers flared in the NSL last night, with referee Simon McAuliffe needing a police escort from North Sydney Oval after furious Northern Spirit fans hurled abuse and debris at him. McAuliffe handed out 2 red and 6 yellow cards during the spiteful clash between the Spirit and Perth Glory. Brad Maloney stayed composed and fired a classic as the Glory won the match 2-0.
Slams one in. That is goal of the season. John.
In Melbourne, Auckland Kings substitute Campbell Banks leapt high with an amazing header, but his side went down to the Melbourne Knights. And Adelaide City's Aurelio Vidmar snatched a late equaliser as his team split the points with the Brisbane Strikers. Here's the scores. 1-1 in Adelaide. 2 injury time goals gave the Knights a come-from-behind win over the Kings, and Perth win their heated battle with the Spirit. On to tennis, and while our Davis Cup team have got their eyes squarely on next weekend's final against France, they are sparing a thought for their fellow green and gold internationals overseas.
The Australian team are feeling a camaraderie with the Socceroos, the boys having penned a fax to Frank Farina's team, wishing them well in the hostile climate of Uruguay.
Yeah, wish them all the best. We've been in South America this year. We played Brazil at home. We know it's tough down there. It's a different culture, and they take their sporting events very seriously down there, and they don't like coming off second best.
Pat Rafter's shoulder injury continues to need work, while Wayne Arthur's back came in for some attention. The big serving left-hander was thoroughly tested by the team hierarchy and his likely doubles partner Todd Woodbridge, although Fitzgerald says the doubles pairing is still undecided.
It's really a line ball decision we've got with the doubles, and it's always a difficult choice to make, but it's a good problem to have also. We've got 4 guys that can play, and we're just going to see how we go on the first day.
While his Gallic teammates were pinpointing their serve, Cedric Pierline was gathering French intelligence. The veteran's big match experience will help coach Guy Forget counter the Australians' hometown advantage.
Overall, I think, you know, the better players will win in the end, and I don't think, you know, we should find any excuse, you know, with the crowd being against us, because that's normal.
But for the world number 1, it was just a relaxed day at the office.
Now to rugby, and the Australian side is taking it easy ahead of tomorrow night's clash with Wales. The Wallabies determined to make sure fatigue will not be a factor during the final test of the tour.
After losses to England and France, the Wallabies have unwound with a round of golf. Coach Eddie Jones hoping his side will hit their European tour out of the rough, saying tiredness is not an excuse for Australia's performance.
We've freshened the guys up this week, and certainly I think we'll be in good condition to play against Wales.
Absent from the golf, Nathan Gray was returning home with soft tissue damage to his neck. Team management confident he will be fit for the Super 12 season.
And we feel it's best that he goes home, gets further tests on his neck, and has the appropriate rehab program.
Australia further freshened over lunch, refusing to be affected by the pressure of the match or Wales' decision to keep the roof at Millennium Stadium open.
If you build a stadium with a roof, you'd think that the reason for that is so that you can play games in the best conditions, but obviously that's not at the heart of the possible Welsh decision.
While the Wallabies were relaxing, Wales worked on its skills, believing the game is its best chance to upset Australia since its win in the inaugural World Cup 14 years ago.
You know, we think we can do the job, and, you know, that's all that counts. You know, what everybody else thinks doesn't really matter. If we believe we can do it, then, you know, that's the big thing that matters.
Now to racing, and today's feature event was at Sandown with the running of the Group 3 Eclipse Stakes. Fields of Omar first past the post.
Citrus Prince coming towards the 200, then Fields of Omar getting into the clear at the 200 now, and Piper Star and a Quiver together. Fields of Omar and Thong Classic are coming down the outside. Fields of Omar race to the lead now. He's taken the front, and Fields of Omar from Thong Classic, and third a Quiver.
A quick breather, and then we're back again with World Sport.
Curry right down the lane.
Heaps of World Sport.
Monday, are we obsessed with body image?
Do you have what it takes to be successful?
I think I could be a page 3 girl.
Oh, yeah.
Alma Priest talks to the sexperts.
And a few celebs.
Sex Sells premieres 8:30 Monday on 10.
The Gainesville $1 Million Clearance Sale. This is it, your last chance to purchase designer furniture at drastically reduced prices. Gainesville has selected over $1 million worth of high-quality imported stock to liquidate now. Take advantage of greatly reduced prices. No reasonable offer will be refused. This sale is on now only for a limited time. Cash or lay-by accepted. The Gainesville $1 Million Clearance Sale. Do not miss out.
Do you know why I always have Tic Tacs with me? Because one Tic Tac refreshes for 2 hours and has only 2 calories. So I can have 2 hours of Tic Tac freshness for just 2 calories. Great, huh?
Performance first starts right here with Honda's lightweight NSR 150. Just get your bike licence and get one. Honda delivers performance first in over 50 motorcycles. Built with the engineering and technology that's won more Grand Prix than anyone else. And I reckon this is the best sports bike ever. The all-new Fireblade. More grunt, more stopping power, new race-bred chassis. Honda puts performance first. It's right where you want it. Between your legs.
Something remind you to phone New Zealand? With Telstra Homeline Plus, you can chat for the first 10 minutes for just $1. So now you can call more often.
The last V8 blast of the 2001 Shell Championship Series is coming to the famous Sandown Raceway. See 3 days of great racing and the series champion crown. There's V8 supercars, support categories, burnout, stunt riding and free pit access every day. So don't miss out. Book now 136100 Sandown Raceway, November 30 to December 2.
It's the heartbeat of a nation.
The Gainesville $1 Million Clearance Sale. Gainesville has selected over $1 million worth of high-quality imported stock to liquidate now. This sale is on now only for a limited time. Gainesville, do not miss out.
We are back with the NBA, and Atlanta's Sharif Abdur-Rahim posted a career and season high against the Detroit Pistons. Rahim found himself open all night and the points kept coming. Now, many players never reached 30 in the NBA, points that is. Sharif had 40 in 3 quarters. The Pistons' John Barry also had a memorable night, throwing up a flashy 25. The Hawks trailed by 11 late in the game, but Rahim soared to 50 points. Rahim is the first Hawks player to score 50 in 10 years. Atlanta, 7-point winners. They were riding high on Rahim, 106-99. Detroit losing its second straight game without leading scorer Jerry Stackhouse. In other games, Philly, Toronto and the Spurs also winners. Phoenix beat Memphis, wins 2 for Portland, Seattle and the LA Lakers. American yachtsman Keith Kilpatrick is in a stable condition and being treated for an obstructed intestine after a successful emergency medical drop to Volvo Ocean Race entrant Ama Sports 1 by an Australian Air Force plane.
Standard 4 centimetres.
For the remaining boats, spirits are rising as they leave the cold and hazardous sailing of the Southern Ocean for warmer climates. Leader Ilbrook is only 850 miles from Eclipse Island off the southern Australian coast. Only 10 miles separates the top 5 boats. Richard Burns remains on track to become the first Englishman to win the World Rally Championship after seeing his 2 main contenders, Tommy Mäkinen and Colin McRae, crash out of the season-ending Rally of Britain in Wales. A battered Pride, but McRae and co-driver relatively unscathed. McRae went into the race with a single-point lead over 4-time champion Mäkinen, with Burns only a further point behind. With 2 days remaining, Burns needs to finish 4th or better to be sure of taking the title. He is currently 3rd. Now, we figured Tiger Woods was good enough to carry off today's extreme moment all by himself. Check this out from last weekend's World Cup as Tiger puts the USA into the playoff.
Played it beautifully, had to take the chance, and he's made it. Unbelievable.
That's typical Tiger. That's no joke. Sports Tonight's back right after this.
Another Vodafone sporting moment.
He's a loner, tough and rugged like the hot desert he flies over. Whoa! But not even the croc hunter can wrangle this viper, trying desperately to hang on. I'm out cold. The Croc Hunter, 6:30 Sunday.
No dramas.
No hassles. No grief.
No ties.
No commitments.
No aggro.
No doing 2 years.
No confusion.
No small print.
No lawyers. No bollocks. No plans.
New Vodafone No Plans. No lock-in contracts, pay monthly or prepay. No confusing rates. See what happens when you're part of something bigger? I want to be connected.
Ever seen coloured hair look so healthy? Introducing Pantene Colour Care Collection. Its rich, hydrating Pro V formula transforms colour-damaged hair, making it look up to 60% healthier in just 10 days. Your colour has never had a healthier shine. Pantene Pro V Colour Care Collection for the healthy-looking hair you love.
Don't miss the Melbourne City Toyota right here, right now stock clearance. For Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday only, we're clearing all existing stocks at never-to-be-repeated prices. Like this brand new Toyota Echo from just $14,990, or this Corolla Seeker Ascent from $17,888. This Camry CSI is from only $16,990. Avalon Conquests with 5-year warranty from $22,990. But you'd better hurry in for Melbourne City Toyota's right here, right now stock clearance. Sale must end Sunday, 5 p.m.
Some days seem to go on forever. And when I'm go, 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 backache can sometimes get the better of me. And that's why I was relieved to discover Panadol's latest innovation lasts up to 8 hours. New Panadol Extend. It uses bi-layer technology to work in 2 stages. So unlike some pain relievers you may need to take again after 4 hours, Panadol Extend provides up to 8 hours of effective pain relief. Which means I can get on with the rest of my day.
It's coming. The phenomenon that began the international best-selling book has become...
You're a wizard, Harry.
...one of the most anticipated motion picture events of the year.
I think we can expect great things from you.
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Welcome back. It is time now for the play of the day. And today the gong goes to these guys in the Quicksilver Air Show on the Gold Coast who struggled with pretty lean swell to pull off their best manoeuvres. Veteran airman Dave Nielsen even managed a 360 to thrill the surface crowd. And that trick may even be worth its while with the winner to take home 10 grand. So for their battle against the elements, or lack of them, these fellas get our play of the day. And that's it for now. I'll see you for the late show. Good night.
Get on top. Hit me. Come get me. Oh, I fight, but get shit with me. Speed baller, road scholar, about a bitch and a $1 Come with me, cause I'm a free baller. You hoot, but get holler. I'm a leader on your block and give the finger to a coffin. Pick a lock before I knock off. Set you up to get on top. Get on top!
We're helping to protect Australia.